Thomas and Tyler Perry had brought Meghan to court to drop secret videos of Meg GAG staff and throws them in a pool in LA. If you're rich, you are probably lucky enough to spend time with another millionaire's home. Though, you have to be abated by the house owner's rules. However, when you are Meghan Markle, you don't answer to anyone, as that includes having the right to mistreat the staff. As Markle News on Instagram had posted on fascinating rumors saying that Tyler Perry wasn't thrilled that Markle was allegedly abusing his longtime employees. As according to the alleged story, there were some issues where Meghan got upset over a towel, so she threw a tantrum at one of Tyler Perry's workers and then abused the worker and spoke limited amounts of English. She then screamed at Harry when he attempted to walk out in an unknown context. Allegedly, she said he would always be in his brother's shadow and he had needed her to succeed. A member of staff went to pick up what Meghan had thrown. In the evening, Tyler Perry returned to his house and was not impressed, as a staff member had allegedly called him to tell him what had happened, as Meghan's entire demeanor had changed, but he didn't care, as the abused woman announced that she would no longer work for Perry because of Markle, and she had been working for him for 14 years. As a meeting concluded that the Sussexes had to vacate the premises as Tyler Perry wanted them gone. However, he used an excuse for friends when he had wanted the house back, as that is when Meghan allegedly whined about wanting the entire house for security reasons, as Perry then called Oprah in Hawaii to get her friends out of his home. And eventually, Oprah sent people to pick up the Sussexes, and Meghan continued to complain as Markle did not even say goodbye as she and Harry and Archie had left. Courtiers, The Hidden Power Behind the Crown was penned by Valentine Lowe, as the Times reporter who previously wrote about Meghan Markle's alleged bullying, so some of the claims in this book will be familiar to those who had read Lowe's pieces for the British publication. As in excerpts published by Page 6, Meghan is painted as a tough, cruel boss, akin to Miranda Presley in The Devil Wears Prada. According to Lowe, she betrayed one staff member by telling her that don't worry, if there was literally anyone else I could ask to do this, I would ask them instead of you. As some aides were purportedly petrified over the prospects of having to speak to Meghan, and one staffer had accused both the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex of having terrible tempers. Every 10 minutes, I had to go outside to be screamed at by her and Harry, the source had claimed, and it went on for a couple of hours. In an interview with ET Canada, royal expert Meg GAG, co-author of the book Finding Freedom, Harry and Meghan and the Making of a Modern Royal Family, suggested that the cultural differences caused some of the tension between Meghan and the royal staffers, who were not used to dealing with someone who had wanted to do as much work as she did. And getting up in the morning, sending the emails out, and being available 24/7, and wanting to be involved every step of the way, he said of her work ethic. Recently, Meghan Markle's pal Meg GAG is shedding light on a relationship with estranged father Thomas Markle. And now in her defense, Mr. Scobie reveals how Meghan broke free of her toxic father, who constantly plots against her interests. Waiting for a Yahoo blog post that said, for Thomas, who within 24 hours of being released from the hospital continued his tabloid chats, as he plans to continue speaking out until he gets the attention from his daughter that he feels he deserves. But that's where he's wrong, and after tireless and failed attempts to repair their relationship, Meghan doesn't owe him a damn thing. As he continued, breaking away from a toxic parent is one of the most difficult decisions a child can make, or where the family members has a history of creating stress, anxiety, and pain through abuse and behavior and manipulative tactics. Ending the relationship is often the only way to break the cycle. As in other news, Meghan Markle is currently facing major backlash amid a slew of allegations after her marriage to Prince Harry, as these thoughts about Meghan Markle have been shared by Princess Diana's personal employed photographer, John Swannell. He first began his admissions by telling the Daily Mail about Princess Diana's potential thoughts against her son's new wife, and had also admitted that she seemingly had an agenda when she came over. This comes shortly after the Duchess was accused of using Prince Harry for her own personal gain. As Mr. Swannell also pointed towards Meghan Markle's B-list status, and had branded the real reason behind the marriage in the first place. As he also went on to say, she was a little-known actress, and an opportunity came up, and she took it, like anybody would. But she is a very smart woman, and that's for sure. She's an operator.